Hello everyone, welcome to Narayana Online Classes. We are going to be practicing some basic questions on matrices from the subtopic orthogonal matrices. Alright, okay, let's start. First question, if A is equal to 1 by 3 into 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 2, 1, then A is which type of matrix? Okay. Now, because we are doing subtopic orthogonal matrices, you may guess that it is orthogonal, but in the exam, how would you know, right? So, one hint that it is probably orthogonal is that we have this number 1 by 3 outside and look at the elements 1, 2, 2, okay? Square and add them. What do we get? Square and add them, we will have 1 plus 4 plus 4, which is 9. So, 9 is the square of 3. So, when you square and add the elements of any row or any column and you get the number which is square of whatever is the number outside, that should be your hint that it is probably an orthogonal matrix, and then you proceed to check, always verify. Okay, so we will say given A is equal to 1 by 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 2 and 1, right? Then AA transpose would be what? It would be 1 by 3 square into 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 2, 1 into its transpose. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2 and 2, minus 2, 1, right? So what would this turn out to be? 1 by 3 square is 1 by 9, right? Into first row, first column. So 1 to 2 into 1 to 2 will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square, right? Then 1 to 2, 2, 1 minus 2, right? So that would be, okay, we need a bit more space. So this is 1 by 9 into 1 to 2 into 1 to 2, right? So 1 square plus 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 2, 4, right? So 1 square plus 4, then 1 to 2, 2, 1 minus 2. So 2 plus 2 minus 4, 2 plus 2 minus 4, right? Then 2 minus 4 plus 2, 2 minus 4 plus 2, right? Then this would actually be, if you look at this term, 1 square, we don't need to write it as square, we will just write it as 1 only, right? Then 2, 1 minus 2 into 1 to 2. So 2 plus 2 minus 4, 2 plus 2 minus 4, then 4 plus 1 plus minus 2 square is again 4, right? So 4 plus 1 plus 4, maybe we should put it in brackets, it's easier for us to understand, right? And 2, 1 minus 2 into 2 minus 2, 1. So 4 minus 2 minus 2. So 4 minus 2 minus 2, right? Then 2 minus 2, 1 into 1 to 2. So 2 minus 4 plus 2. 2 minus 4 plus 2. Then 4 minus 2 minus 2, 4 minus 2 minus 2, and 4 plus 4 plus 1, 4 plus 4 plus 1, right? Okay. So what would this be? 1 by 9 into 1 plus 4 is 9, then 2 plus 2 minus 4 is 0. Then 2 minus 4 plus 2 0, 2 plus 2 minus 4, 0, 4 plus 1 plus 4, 9, 4 minus 2 minus 2, 0. Can you see the pattern now? Right? 2 minus 4, 2, 0, 4 minus 2 minus 2, 0, 4 plus 1 is again 9. Right? And whenever a scalar is multiplied to a matrix, you can multiply it with all the elements, or you can bring anything common. So from the matrix I will take 9 out, right? So we will say that is AA transpose is 1 by 9, and I am going to take a 9 outside into, what happens when I take 9 outside? From 0, 0 will remain as 0, all the 9s will become 1, right? So 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, right? 9, 9 cancels. What is this? This is I, right? So we will say since AA transpose is I, what do we have? A is an orthogonal matrix. Got it? Yeah? Okay. Let us proceed then. A skew symmetric matrix S satisfies the relation S square plus I equal to 0, where I is a unit matrix. Then S is which kind of matrix? Alright. So we will start with the fact that given S square is equal to not I, minus I, right? Because S square plus I is 0. Okay. So now we will say S is skew symmetric. Skew symmetric, right? What is the definition of a skew symmetric matrix? That S transpose is minus S, right? S transpose is minus S. So S into S transpose would be what? S into S transpose would be S into minus S, which is minus S square, and you label this as equation 1. So but S square is minus I, right? So this is minus of minus I from 1. Right? So SS transpose is minus of minus I, which is I only, right? SS transpose is I, therefore by definition S is orthogonal matrix. Right? Because this is the definition of an orthogonal matrix, that AA transpose should be equal to I. Alright? Got it? Okay. Then let us proceed. If A is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, A to B is a matrix satisfying the equation AA transpose is 9I, where I is the 3 cos 3 matrix, then B minus A is equal to what? Okay. Alright. So matrix A is satisfies AA transpose given AA transpose is 9I, right? Which means, write that down, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, A to B into A transpose. So 1, 2, A, 2, 1, 2, 2 minus 2 and B, minus 2 and B, AA transpose is 9I, I is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, right? Let us mark this as equation 1. Let us only solve LHS, okay? So LHS is equal to, let us directly multiply this time. because I hope you are comfortable with multiplication by now. So 1 plus 4 plus 4, 9, right? Then 1 into 2, 2 plus 2 minus 4, which is 0, right? Then a plus 4 plus 2b, that is a plus 4 plus 2b, all right? Then 2 plus 2 minus 4, which is 0, 2 plus 1 plus 4, so 9. I hope you realize that this is very similar to the previous matrix that we have seen, okay? So, but of course in the exam you won't be remembering what are the elements, so you should know how to proceed, okay? So, right, so second row into second column we have done. Now second row, third column. So 2a plus 2 minus 2b, right? Then a plus 4 plus 2b, right? Then 2a plus 2 minus 2b, and a square plus 4 plus b square, right? So now this is equal to, right, and RHS would be just multiply 9 times I. So all the diagonal elements will become 9, correct? So that becomes 9 0 0 0 9 0 0 0 9, right? So we will say equating the elements or equating corresponding elements, which means equating elements at the same position. Now which element should we equate? You see, look at these two. I know 9009 is going to match exactly, so that is of no use. What we should be equating is any one of elements in these places that contain a and b. Now you see, there is a plus 4 plus 2b at two places, so any one of them. 2a plus 2 minus 2b is also there, and a square plus 4 plus b square is there. There are only two unknowns, which means we need only two equations, right? So instead of taking the square one, we will take the linear terms, right? Which means a plus 4 plus 2b is 0, correct? And 2a plus 2 minus 2b is also 0, right? So a plus 4 plus 2b is 0, mark it as equation 2, and 2a plus 2 minus 2b. 2a plus 2 minus 2b is 0, which is equation 3, right? We will simply add them, right? Why are we adding? Because 2b plus 2b and minus 2b, it will go away. So we have 3a plus 6 equal to 0, which means a at least is minus 2, right? Minus 6 by 3. A is minus 2. Substitute in any one of the equations, right? Substitute in 2. We get minus 2 plus 4 plus 2b is 0. Minus 2 plus 4 is how much? Plus 2, right? So plus 2 plus 2b. Plus 2 plus 2b is 0, which means 2 plus 2b is 0, or 2b is minus 2 and b is minus 1, right? But the question says what is b minus a? So b minus a is minus 1 plus 2, which is 1, right? 1. That is what you are looking for. Got it? Okay, let us proceed then. If matrix A is a circulant matrix whose elements of first row are A, B, C such that A plus B plus C is positive, A, B, C is equal to 1 and A transpose A is equal to I, then A cube plus B cube plus C cube equals what? Alright. So, matrix A is a circulant matrix. Now, I am not sure whether you have learnt the term circulant matrix or not, nothing special about it. You should just know that a circulant matrix is in which three elements A, B, C are taken in a cycle. Alright, so matrix A is A, B, C, B, C, A, C, A, B. Okay, and A transpose A, it is given, right, that A transpose A transpose A is equal to I, which means it's an orthogonal matrix, which means mod A is plus minus 1, correct, which is determinant A. Determinants you will study in detail in a few days, but you know basics of determinant you have done earlier, right? So maybe in physics. So mod A is plus minus 1, which means determinant of A, B, C, B, C, A, C, A, B is equal to plus minus 1, right? Now, this is a very special matrix and therefore a special determinant also. When you expand it, you will realize that its expansion simplifies to 3ABC minus A cube minus B cube minus C cube. Okay, this expansion, it will simplify to this 3ABC. I suggest you try it. Okay, when you expand, you will get these terms. Alright. Now, this is again something that you are familiar with, right? Because 3ABC minus A cube minus B cube minus C cube is basically minus of A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Okay. Because if I take the minus outside, we get A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC. And I hope you have studied this, that A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC can be factorized into A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA. Correct? Now, observe, if I mark this as 1, so observe LHS of 1. It is given that A plus B plus C is positive. This is given, right? This is given. And what about this expression? Minus AB minus BC minus CA. This expression is actually greater than or equal to 0 for all ABC belonging to R. This also expression, I hope you know this, that this expression will always be greater than or equal to 0 because it is half of A minus B the whole square plus B minus C the whole square plus C minus A the whole square. You would have done this in your earliest foundation lectures. Okay. So essentially in equation 1, there is minus of these two terms where both the terms are positive, correct, or at least non-negative, which means A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA must be equal to plus 1. It cannot be minus 1. It cannot be minus 1, right? And therefore, why are we rejecting minus 1? Once again, because both the brackets are non-negative. Okay? So, which means A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC is equal to plus 1. Alright? And now, you see it is given ABC is 1. A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3 into 1 equal to 1. Since ABC equal to 1, this is given. Right? Take the minus 3 to that side. What are we left with? A cube plus B cube plus C cube is actually equal to 4. 4. Okay? That is your answer. Alright, so the critical thing in such questions is to first of all know that for a circular matrix, the determinant is always minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC, and then you should also know its factorization. Along with factorization, you should know that this expression A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA is always non-negative. Okay, for whenever ABC are real. Okay, those are the critical takeaways from this question. Alright, okay, the rest of it is just calculation. Alright, let us proceed then. A and B are square matrices of order 3 cross 3. A is an orthogonal matrix and B is a skew symmetric matrix. Which of the following is not true? Alright. Given A is orthogonal and B is skew symmetric, right? Which means A transpose is I and B transpose is minus B. We are just writing the definitions. B transpose is minus B, right? Therefore, mod of A into mod of A transpose. What does this give me? Mod of A into mod of A transpose. This gives us mod of I, which is 1. Therefore, you see mod A and this is also mod A. Alright, if a matrix A is a circular matrix whose elements of first row are ABC such that A plus B plus C is positive, ABC is 1 and A transpose is I, then A cube plus B cube plus C cube equals what? Okay. So, first of all, what is a circular matrix? Okay. A circular matrix is in which let us say rows will cycle. Okay. So, here we will just take the elements as ABC. So, in that case, given A equal to, this is the circular matrix, A, B, C, B, C, A, C, A, B, right? The elements are cycling, okay? So now, this would imply A transpose A equal to I, it is given, right? So this at least is given. Wait. We'll just write end, right? So this is given and this is given, which means let us do the multiplication. So A, B, C, B, C, A, its transpose. You see, this is a symmetric matrix, so transpose is going to be the same. So ABC, BCA, CAB into ABC, BCA, CAB is equal to, you know, the identity matrix, right? So 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 1, right? Okay. Let us do the multiplication. So A square plus B square plus C square, right? What about let us write the diagonal elements first. So after that, second row, second column, B square plus C square plus A square, right? And the last diagonal element, so third row, third column, C square plus A square plus B square, right? Plus B square. Okay, and then we have over here, let us say, right? So first row, second column, AB plus BC plus CA. Can we write it as summation AB? You understand summation AB, right? AB plus BC plus CA. Then AC plus BA plus CB. AC plus BA plus CB is also summation AB. Like that, if you realize, all the rest of the terms will be, let us say second row, first column, BA plus CB plus AC, all of the remaining terms will be summation AB. This is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, right? Okay. So given this, so from this we can conclude that A square plus B square plus C square is what? Equate, all the diagonal elements are 1, right? So this is 1. And summation AB, which is basically AB plus BC plus CA, right? So AB plus BC plus CA, this is 0, right? Now we need to get to A cube plus B cube plus C cube, right? So we will say, we know that A plus B plus C into, let us take this entire, wait a minute, before we even go there, we know that A plus B plus C the whole square. What is this square? It is A square plus B square plus C square plus 2 times AB plus BC plus CA, right? So this is 1 plus 2 times 0, correct, which is 1 only. Now A plus B plus C the whole square is 1 and it is given A plus B plus C is greater than 0. So and A plus B plus C is greater than 0, which means A plus B plus C must be equal to plus 1, right, and not minus 1. So now we have A plus B plus C is plus 1, right, and we have figured out that A square plus B square plus C square is also plus 1 and AB plus BC plus CA is 0. Now my question is, from all of these expressions, how do we get to A cube plus B cube plus C cube, right? In fact, along with this, it is also given that ABC equal to 1, this is given, right? Okay. For our reference, let us write, give numbers to each of these. Result 1, result 2 and result 3, right? In fact, that is result 3. Okay, doesn't matter. So this is from 1 and this is from 2, correct? Okay. So using all these, you need to recall an identity that you have studied in lower classes. There is only one identity that you have repeatedly used in lower classes, which is we know that A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC, this expression can be factorized as A plus B plus C into A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA, correct? I hope you recall this identity that you have studied earlier. You may even have revised it during your earlier foundation lectures. So this then simplifies to A plus B plus C, we have said is 1, A square plus B square plus C square is 1, minus summation AB is 0, correct? So this product becomes 1 only, right? And it is given ABC is 1, which means A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3 into 1 is equal to 1, correct? You take the minus 3 there, what you are left with is A cube plus B cube plus C cube, we are taking minus 3 there, equal to 4. right? Okay, that is your answer. Got it? Okay, let us proceed then. A and B are square matrices of order 3 by 3. A is an orthogonal matrix and B is a skew symmetric matrix. Which of the following is not true? Alright. So, we have been told that A is orthogonal and B is skew symmetric. Which means if A is orthogonal means A transpose is I, and if B is skew symmetric, it means B transpose is minus B. Alright, now the options are all in terms of determinants, so let us bring in determinants. So if I take determinants on both sides, mod A into mod of A transpose is equal to mod of I, and mod of B transpose is equal to minus mod B. Okay? We are using a property of determinant that you are going to study later, that when two matrices are getting multiplied, the determinants will also get multiplied. Okay? So, for your reference, since mod of AB is mod A into mod B. Okay? So, mod A into mod of A transpose. Another property of determinant that we are going to need here is that whenever you take a transpose of a matrix and take its determinant, transposing does not change the value of the determinant. Okay. So, then mod A and mod A transpose are actually the same values. So, mod A into mod A and determinant of I hope you know is 1 because you know how to expand determinant, right? And mod of B transpose. Like I said earlier, if you take B transpose, its determinant is not going to change, equal to minus mod B. Alright. The property here, since determinant of transpose is the same as the original determinant. Now from these two we will conclude mod A square is 1, and if you bring minus mod B, 2 mod B is 0. Correct? Now mod A square is 1, that will tell us that mod A is plus minus 1 and mod B is 0. Okay? Now we have all the information we need to proceed. If you see, option 1 is mod A is equal to plus or minus 1, which is true. Option 2, mod B equal to 0, which is also true. We are looking for something that is not true between these two. Now, from this if you see, mod of AB would be mod A mod B, correct? Because we have already written this as a property of determinant, right? Mod A into mod B plus or minus 1 into 0, right? So that will turn out to be 0. Okay? So this is 0. So we know mod AB is 0, which means mod AB cannot be 1. Okay? So only option 3 is not true, which means for this question option 3 is the correct answer. Got it? So I have put a cross mark just to show you that it is not true, but in fact option 3 is your answer. Right? Okay. Let us proceed then. If P is equal to this given matrix, A is the matrix 1 1 0 1 and Q is PAP transpose and X is P transpose Q raised to 2015 P, then X is which of these matrices? Okay, it's a very interesting question. Alright. Q is PAP transpose, right? So, Q is PAP transpose and X is P transpose Q raised to 2015 P. Okay. Now, for our convenience, let us just imagine if instead of power of 2015, if the power is 1. Alright. So, we will say check P transpose Q raised to 1 P. what would that be? Right, that would be P transpose into P A P transpose into P. Correct? Do you see that there is A in between and P transpose P on both sides? Which means it might be good for us to check what is the value of P transpose P. Right? So now we will say P transpose P. Okay. I'm just telling you that this is something that we have tried just to see what it is. Okay. Just to get an idea of how to proceed with the question. So P transpose P. Check that would be root 3 by 2 half minus half root 3 by 2. Actually, we need the transpose, right? So minus half will go here, half will come here, which means this would be minus and this would be plus. Okay? Into the original matrix. Root 3 by 2 plus half minus half root 3 by 2. Right? Now, multiply them. Root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2 is 3 by 4. Minus half and minus half is 1 by 4. So this part at least is 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Then root 3 by 2 into half and then minus half into root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4. Right? Okay, what about this? Half into root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2 into minus half. Once again, root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4. Right? And here, half into half, root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2. So, 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Correct? Let's write that a little bit neater. Okay. So clearly this is 1, that is 0, this is 0 and that is 1, right? So P transpose P is basically 1 0 0 1, which we know is I. We had a hunch that it is something special. It is I. Now this is going to be so useful because X, which is P transpose Q raised to 2015 P, which is P transpose into Q itself is PAP transpose into PAP transpose and so on, PAP transpose into P. Correct? This is 2015 times. Now this we can write it as P transpose P into A into P transpose P into A, right, and so on into A into P transpose P. But we know P transpose P is I. So this is simply A multiplied 2015 times, right? Because since P transpose P is I, right? See, that is the interesting way the question has been devised, that P transpose P will sort of vanish. You have A 2015 times, so A multiplied 2015 times, right? So this is A raised to 2015, right? Now let us check what happens when you take powers of A, right? So we will say now A square is 1101 into 1101, which is, check, 1 plus 0, so 1, then 1 plus 1, 2, 0 plus 0, 0 and 0 plus 1, 1, right? A cube would be use that directly. 1 2 0 1 into 1 1 0 1. What is that? You must have guessed it by now. 1 plus 0, so 1. 1 plus 2, 3. 0 plus 0, 0, and 0 plus 1, 1. Can you see? Whatever is the power of A, that element will appear here. Everything else will appear the same, right? So proceeding in that pattern, A raised to 2015, which is what is asked, right? Which is x itself. We have already shown that it is x. So we will say x, which is A raised to 2015, would be what? 1 2015 0 1, right? That still looks like 6. Let me just make it neat. Right. 1 2015 0 1, right? Which is option number 1. Okay. So you just need to multiply a couple of things and try to figure out the pattern. Got it? Okay. Let us proceed to the next question. If A is equal to cos theta minus cos theta, B is 1 0 minus 1 1, C is AB A transpose, then A transpose C raised to n equals what? Okay. So a fairly similar question, I would say. C is AB A transpose, which means A transpose C raised to n A would be, actually let us write it down. So A transpose into AB, actually let us write it down in the next line for clarity, equal to A transpose into AB A transpose, right? And so on. You will have AB A transpose into A. Do you see that once again you will have A transpose A, A transpose A, A transpose A everywhere, right? So we'll have to check that. Check. A transpose A is equal to what? So we have cos theta transpose of this, right? So sin theta, no space there. Cos theta, sin theta minus cos theta into cos theta, sin theta minus cos theta. So this is going to, let us multiply cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1, right? Cos square theta plus sin square theta, right? Then what about this? Sin theta, sorry, first row, second column. So cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta, right? So cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta. Okay. What about this? What about element here? Sin theta cos theta minus cos theta sin theta. So sin theta cos theta minus cos theta sin theta and sin square theta plus cos square theta. So as expected, this is again identity matrix because this is 1 0 0 1. Can you see that? Correct? So that is 1 0 0 1, which is I. Right? So therefore we have we have A transpose A is I, right? Which means A transpose C raised to n A becomes what? Check that again. A transpose into AB A transpose into AB A transpose and so on. AB A transpose into, in the end we have an A. Once again you see A transpose A, A transpose A, A transpose A, everywhere A transpose A, right? So A transpose A into B into A transpose A and so on into B into A transpose A. How many times do we have B? So this, all of these are going to be I. So B into B into B n times, right? Why? Because A transpose A is I, right? So this is basically B raised to n. Now we need to figure out the value of B raised to n. So now B square, check B square, 1 0 minus 1 1 into 1 0 minus 1 1. That is how much? That is, just multiply 1 plus 0 1, 0 plus 0 0, minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 and minus 1 into 0 0 plus 1 1, right? B cube would be 1 0 minus 2 1 into again 1 0 minus 1 1, which is multiply 1 0, 1 minus 1, so 1, then 0 plus 0 0, minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 and 0 plus 1 1. Can you see the pattern now? B square has minus 2 here, B cube has minus 3 here and so on, right? Therefore, we wanted B raised to n, right? Which is A transpose C raised to n A. So A transpose C raised to n A is B raised to n, which this element should be minus n, right? So 1 0 minus n 1. We are looking for 1 0 minus n 1. Where do we have it? No, no, no. Yes, 1 0 minus n 1. Got it? This is, I would say, a more general form of the previous question, right? Got it? Okay. Let us proceed then. Alright, if A is equal to cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha, verify that A transpose A is I. You see, this question is very similar, but the minus is here. So now we need to check whether the result is same or whether it result varies. Alright, so A is cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha, and LHS is A transpose A. Right? Now you are comfortable writing transpose, so let us directly write that. Cos alpha transpose sin alpha will come here, sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha into cos alpha minus sin alpha, this time sin alpha cos alpha, right? Now do the multiplication. So cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, correct? Cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, then minus cos alpha sin alpha plus sin alpha cos alpha, right? So minus cos alpha sin alpha, right? Minus cos alpha sin alpha plus sin alpha cos alpha right? Then minus sin alpha cos alpha plus cos alpha sin alpha, and what about the last term? Minus sin alpha into minus sin alpha is sin square alpha plus cos square alpha. Right, so what is now left? This we know is 1. What about this? That is clearly 0, right? What about this? Once again 0, and that is 1. So this is 1 0 0 1, which is I, right? Therefore we have verified that A transpose A is I, hence verified. The question simply is a verification question. Now I would suggest that for the sake of your other exams, objective exams, you should be comfortable remembering that this is actually a orthogonal matrix. Okay, whether the minus is here or here, it is orthogonal. It is very useful, this matrix. Later when you study other properties of matrices, you will realize that this is its own inverse also. Okay, all of these things very, very interesting. Okay, okay, let us proceed then. If A is equal to sin alpha cos alpha minus cos alpha sin alpha, verify that A transpose A is equal to I. Okay, let us do that quickly. It may be helpful to not have this. Let us try that without the line. Okay, A is sin alpha cos alpha minus cos alpha sin alpha, which means A transpose is sin alpha, take this here, minus cos alpha and sin alpha, right? Which means question says A transpose A. So write that first, sin alpha minus cos alpha then cos alpha sin alpha into, write this one, sin alpha cos alpha minus cos alpha and sin alpha, right? What is that? Sin square alpha plus cos square alpha. Okay, then sin alpha cos alpha minus cos alpha sin alpha. Alright, cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. And then cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. Right? It should be pretty clear to you by now. This is 1, that is 0. Cos alpha sin alpha minus cos alpha sin alpha 0 again and 1, right? So this is actually 1 0 0 1, right? Therefore A transpose A is actually I, hence verified. Now all these verification problems are, first of all, so that you become comfortable with multiplication. Second of all, learn to identify this matrix as an orthogonal matrix. Okay? Alright. Find the values of x, y, z. If this matrix satisfies the equation A transpose A is equal to I. Okay? So let us actually start with A transpose A. In fact, like before, maybe let's not have this. Alright. Given A is 0 to y, z, x, y minus z, x minus y, z, right? So if A is this, then A transpose take transpose. So 0 x x 2y y minus y z minus z and z. Okay, so it is given that A transpose A is I, which means, wait, let us first figure out the value of A transpose A. Then we will use the given information. So A transpose A, 0 x x 2y y minus y z minus z z into 0 2y z x y minus z. Can you see this? X minus y z. Okay, which is equal to multiply 0 plus x square plus x square. So 2x square, then 0, then xy minus xy, 0, right? Then 0 minus xz plus xz, again a 0, right? Then 2y, so 0, yx minus yx, 0, 2y into 2y, so 4y square plus y square plus y square, so 6y square. Then 2y into z, y into minus z, minus y into z, right? So 2yz minus yz, that is 0, correct? You are comfortable with multiplication, so I am directly doing the multiplication mentally. I hope you are okay with that. Then z into 0, 0 minus xz minus x plus xz, so that is a 0. Then z into 2y, 2yz minus yz, that's again a 0. Then z square plus z square plus z square, 3z square. So this is A transpose into A. Right? So it is given to us given A transpose A is I, which means this matrix 2x square, 6y square, 3z square in the diagonal, right? 2x square, 6y square, 3z square, and 0 everywhere else is equal to this matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, right? So now we can simply equate element by element, right? So this implies 2x square is 1, 6y square is 1, 3z square is 1, alright? We need to find the values of x, y, z, which means x comma y comma z, right? X could be what? 2x square is 1, therefore x square is half. In fact, let us take it slowly. So this would imply x square is half, which means x is plus minus 1 by root 2, correct? Then 6y square is 1, which means y square is 1 by 6, which means y is plus minus 1 by root 6. And similarly here, z square is 1 by 3, which means z is plus minus 1 by root 3, right? So we have x comma y comma z. We need the values of x, y, z, which is plus minus 1 by root 2, correct? Then plus minus 1 by root 6, and then plus minus 1 by root 3. correct? Those are the solutions you are looking for. Got it? So those are the values of x, y and z. Alright? Okay. So looks like we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.